we're in something serious now. He poses a lot of different questions and problems, which I'm gonna have to figure out. There's a way for me to win. I just need to maneuver and find my way there. I'm too ambitious, there's more to come. There's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs, there's gonna be drama, but there is most definitely gonna be a Fabio Wardley win.
Fabio Wardley, here we go again.
Let's
Another
go.
Big one. Another big one, Fabio. It's funny, because just before we press record, I was like, Fab, you can't have a little one in between. And you were like, nah, just big ones from now on.
Yeah, what for? Like, and I'm a man of my word as well, in the sense of saying I want the big fights. I want to test myself every time. There's no point in my career where I've decided to have an easy one, or had a step back, or thought, oh yeah, we'll take it a bit easy over here, because I'm on the run, I'm in form, I'm winning, I'm learning, things are going great. So what's the point in deviating from that or taking my foot off the gas at all? We're full steam ahead. And whatever the top challenge is in front of me, throw it my way, bring it to me, because so far so good. Find a way to win. So I've got no questions about testing myself against the best in this division or in the world.
Let's go back a few months, Portman Road. I was there in the rain, but they all turned up. Even my sister turned up.
Yeah?
She turned up, she did, she turned up. And you found a way. But before finding a way, how difficult was it for you mentally as you're trying to adjust to find that punch?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's no... Justice Huni was a great competitor, and he taught me a lot that night. He's a great boxer, really good with his feet, really good with his hands. He had a lot to put together. So there was a lot of new things in a fight that I hadn't necessarily seen. Different fighters I'd fought hadn't had all of those skill sets. So that was a learning curve for me on the night to figure that all out. But like you say, found a way and found a way to win, and didn't let it get on top of me too much. Although, look, it's my home show, it's a stadium fight, it's all about me, it's Fabio Wardley, it's Ipswich, it's this, stack everything on top. And yeah, people could say there's a bunch of pressure, but I think what makes a world champion is to be able to not just survive, but thrive in those moments. Put your head down, bite your gum shield and go, no, don't worry. Like, see everything is 0-0, even score across the board, and we're still in this. Until that final bell rings, I'm there, I'm in the fight. There's a way for me to win. I just need to maneuver and find my way there.
I've watched, I'd probably say about 90% of your fights. So I've seen the apprenticeships. You're now at the top table. This is it now, isn't it? Joseph Parker, October 25th. You're now fighting someone that I think many consider, at worst, number 3 best heavyweight in the world. At worst, but I think most people say number 2. That's who you're in against, October 25th. It's funny because you've got a bit of a smile there. For most people, that's quite daunting. For you, it's like, bring it on.
It's the excitement. It's the excitement. I remember agreeing the fight, talking to the team and saying, like, you know what, no, like,
No hesitation?
We're doing this. No,
like,
not at all.
maybe someone else, because there are a few names.
There was a few other names, but there was none that like gave me that spark, that little grin of like, okay, yeah, here we go. We're in something serious now. Like, we're in at the deep end, and I don't know, maybe there's something almost sinister in myself. I like to see, if you chuck me into the deep end, can I swim? And so far, yeah, we've been making it through, but all I want to do is keep jumping into deeper and deeper waters. And that's exactly what this fight is.
I hate going back to, you was a white collar fighter 10 years ago, but I almost feel like if I don't go back there, it doesn't kind of give you the full rewards for what you're doing. Because again, 10 years ago, and now you're on the cusp of fighting for a world title shot. That's not supposed to happen. There are supposed to be sort of stumbles, and he's lost 5, but he's still there and he's going. The fact you're unbeaten and you're on the cusp of a world title shot, having started boxing 11 years ago, whatever, 12 years ago, don't you find that a bit crazy?
Yeah, even less than, I think 9, 10 at the max. Wow. I started when I was 20, I'm 30 now, so yeah, 10 years.
What did you want to do 10 years ago then? So when you first laced them up, like, what was the plan? Like, what was the highest accomplishment you could have achieved?
Do you know what it was? For me, I really thought when I first put on a pair of gloves, or even when I first, further down the line maybe, when I had my first pro fight, I thought, like, I love this, I love the buzz, I love all of this. It was a York Hall, and I thought, if I do this, and maybe if I win an English, and maybe even if I just fight for a British title on a big show, on the undercard of maybe the O2, just once, maybe in like my 20th, 25th fight, whatever, and I win, lose, whatever, if I do that once, that'll be like perfect. You'll have smashed it, mate. You'll have done amazing. And then now, I was sat with Dev the other day doing an interview talking thing, and he said he'd looked back and I've fought the O2 8, 9 times now.
Crazy.
And chief supporter to Fury and AJ and Dylan White and all these guys, and I've picked up titles here, there, and everywhere, and done all these things. And I've made it's been a very conscious effort for me to not sit for too long at any point in my career and give myself a big pat on the back and go, oh yeah, you're doing really well, mate. You're great. All of this, because I'm too ambitious. There's more to come.
Where do you think Joseph Parker is right now in his career? He's had a lot of fights. He's had his ups and downs. He's on a good run at the moment, right? Some big names in his last 3 fights at least. Where do you think he is?
I think he's very much in his prime. Him, Andy Lee, his lover boxing, the whole resurgence of what's happened, and that obviously that just clear upward trajectory. All of that, plus the experience now, I think, yeah, you put him in the prime of his career.
If you beat him, I have to say if.
When?
You will say when. Yep, yeah. I'm going to play neutral on this. I like both of them. It's Alexander Usyk next. That's like a movie, that is. The journey it's a bit of a movie that you could be fighting for the undisputed. Like, you're this close. You're one of these away from fighting for the undisputed heavyweight title of the world. That's incredible.
Yeah, I've got the Netflix title already on my head.
What's it called?
It say?
Yeah, you got it saved.
White collar to world champion, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Copyright that.
Yeah, look, it's movie stuff. And my fight at Portman Road, in a sense, was movie stuff as well. Like, there's been movie moments, or the first fight with Fraser Clark, movie stuff. Portman Road, movie stuff. And then this Parker fight, again, I have a feeling there's going to be movie stuff in there as well. They're things that I very much want to pride my career on, is that when I'm all said and done, I'll have X amount of achievements and milestones and belts and whatever else. But also, I want to be looked at by boxers, wider boxing community, as an entertaining fighter, as someone that can go, oh, I remember I was for that fight. That fight was crazy. It was this, it was that. So, yeah, this is just another one I'm adding to my highlight reel.
Do you do like visualization and stuff? You know, like when it's announced and you know it's going to be Joseph Parker, do you kind of like close your eyes and see how the fight's going to play? That was awful. See how the fight's going to play and think.
I definitely don't do any of this.
You see how it's going to play out?
Yeah, some more so when I'm in the build up to the ring. When I don't sit and close my eyes and visualize. I'll actually be in the ring, doing shadowing and thinking about, right, the opponent's going to be here and I'm going to move over there, and then he might do this and come at me this way, and actually play it out in the physical space that it would be of a ring of ropes and a corner and everything like that. So it feels more realistic. And it's weird because in some fights, in some moments, in instances, it almost feels like I'm watching a movie that I've watched 100 times over. Because I've repeated it so many times, I can see the exact pattern of sequences that are about to happen. Oh, he's going to step over there. Okay, well, if I do this, he'll do that. And then that will go do. And because I've done it 10, 15, 100 times over, I know how it will go. So it almost becomes like flow state. But yeah, with someone like Joseph Parker, he poses a lot of different questions and problems, which I'm going to have to figure out. But me and the team are extremely confident.
And final one, if you could go down that camera and tell Joseph Parker how this fight plays out, October 25th.
Joseph Parker, October 25th. The O2 is my home away from home. For me, it's somewhere I've been and had some dramatic nights, and I've had some fantastic wins there. And I don't see how a fight against you is any different. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be drama. But there is most definitely going to be a Fabio Wardley win.
I'll say Fabio, good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother. Thank
you.
What was that? I don't know. That was like, you know them old school, old school ones. Hey, on the cobbles. Well done, Fab.